Alrighty, gents, so the price of Aerodrome is breaking out of its 2 hour downtrend. And in today's video, we're just going to go purely into the charts. We're going to look at where we think Aerodrome could be going in the immediate short term. But before we do get into that, guys, make sure all of you have paused the video, smash the like button, subscribe if you're an AERO holder. Let's get into it. Alrighty, boys, so it's a bit of a rogue late video today. And that is because we're seeing a short-term bounce in the price of Bitcoin and crypto as a whole, really. But what we've been seeing is Aerodrome actually be a market leader. Now, I'm going to start with ETH because in the previous Aerodrome video, I did say to all of you guys, I feel like Aerodrome is an ETH leverage play without you guys having to use the leverage. Now, there's going to be many of you guys who hold Aerodrome and is saving your portfolio right now. And again, it's saving mine. If it is, leave me a comment in the comment section to let me know. But one thing I'm looking at for ETH is for us to not lose this line here, because if ETH rolls over, then obviously Aerodrome is going to roll over with it. So if we do roll over, we have a failed rally, then we'd ideally like 3.4k to be a key level of support before we do bottom and then retest a range breakout. Remember, a breakout from this bull flag is going to bring us all the way to around 7k, guys. So a lot of people who are saying the bull runs over and ETH is going, someone said to me earlier, ETH is going to sub 3k. I don't really see that being the case, because if it does start to go sub 3k and sub 2k, then, you know, we've got bigger fish to fry than whether or not the price of Aerodrome is going to pump. But you're going to see right now $1.10 on the 4 hour chart, guys. Now we're going to use our fibs. We're going to use the order blocks as well. First thing we need to do is find out where the first level of resistance is going to be. And I think we're probably going to continue to pump up to around $1.15, guys, right? 0.5 fib is $1.15. You should all expect a big level of resistance there. And if we do break past that, $1.25, guys, okay? Now, as we said before, the extension of this downtrend is going to be around $2.15, right? So at this point, I'm going to take a lot of profit from my Aerodrome bags. And why is that, guys? It's because, as many of you know, and I'm sure you guys are in this position as well, we bought range lows when we had these massive pullbacks, right? We had one chance to buy it at 40 cents, another chance to buy it at 40 cents, and then even a chance to buy it at 30 cents. And 40 cents buys right now up 171%. At the 618 extension, it's going to be 400% up at that point, guys. From the 30 cent buys, currently, I think we're up like 250%, 260% now. All the way to the extension, we're going to be up 600%. And I'm sure a lot of you guys, you know, with the way crypto's been, a lot of us would take 600% moves right now. So it's all about capital preservation. Okay, so $1.15 in the immediate short term, $1.25 in the immediate short term, $2 in the long term / maybe like end of this cycle. Okay, so it could be weeks, could be months. Before we do continue, I actually did partner up with Blowfin this month, and for the next 30 days, you guys can get up to $300 absolutely for free. All you need to do is sign up using the link in the pinned comment and the description. You guys can get from $15 to $300 with a net deposit of between $100 to $2,000. And you can use these futures bonuses to trade Aerodrome and make even more money. So again, limited to the first 100 users that do use the link in my description. I would definitely go and check it out now. Back to the video. When we check out the order blocks, you're going to see here, we've got massive sell pressure coming right at the median of this order block, which was the 0.5 fib, and then the top of this order block, which was the 1618 fib. So a lot of traders, but this means, guys, there's a lot of traders are actually trying to front run this. They've got limit orders in, ready to sell. This is on the Coinbase chart. So again, I try and use charts that have the most volume. Coinbase is going to have the most volume on a centralized exchange. I don't really know how you can check it on DEXs, but if someone knows that, you can let me know in the comments. I wouldn't really want to long Aerodrome in this zone here. This is kind of like no man's land, kind of high risk to be longer than this. But if we can start to break out of this zone then again, we're most likely going to be targeting $1.37 all the way to the all-time high or the previous high at $1.60. But again, first thing we got to get through, guys, is going to be those two order blocks there before we can start to get super excited. One thing that I'm going to be looking for as well is going to be some sort of retest. And it doesn't have to retest this exact trend line breakout, but I would expect it to retest probably somewhere around here, right? So this can be the retest zone. We can change the color of this. So what color should we put it? Maybe we can just make it blue. Now, another thing I'm looking at is going to be the bull market support band. And again, you guys need to zoom out. 4 hourly is kind of like the lowest time frame that I want to be looking at, but we did come all the way back down to retest the 4 hourly bull market support band, and we had a pretty big push off it, right? So this gives me confidence that Aerodrome should, in the immediate short term, continue to be strong. If we go to the daily, however, then you can see here we had a retest of the bull market support band back on Monday, okay, but only very briefly. So you can see here it does look like we do want some bullish momentum to push us all the way up to these two targets here. And then again, if we zoom out even more and we go to the weekly, we're just about to confirm a weekly candle close outside of the weekly bull market support band, guys. Okay, so these are the areas that I'm going to be looking at for Aerodrome. Again, my biggest base holding, my biggest, if you want to call it like ETH leverage play holding, that along with Aerodrome, which isn't doing too well right now. But again, if we're holding coins like this and we diversify into top projects, you know, you don't need to be going all the way down the risk curve for your base projects to be getting good gains, right? I think a lot of people went all in the meme coins on base to try and, you know, get altcoin like gains, when really I do think you can just invest into fundamentally strong projects like Aerodrome, again, not financial advice, but still get good returns. Because right now, I mean, compare it to the rest of the market, it's probably one of the best performers, especially in the base ecosystem. So we need ETH to continue to close above its bull market support band, and I think once we do get a breakout from here, we go and test previous all-time highs, go and test the extension at 5.6 and maybe this all-time high, which could be around 7.4k, then we can look to see where Aerodrome is at that point and think about how much profit we want to take. But that was just a quick Aerodrome update from me to you today. It is pretty late, so I would appreciate if everybody could like the video and subscribe. Again, if you want more Aerodrome content, leave me a comment as well, and I'm going to see you in the next one. Peace.